Days OFO UR Lives 2026 preview unveils a year OF spectacle, sorrow, ANDTHE supernatural. Salem, a town perpetually balanced on the knife edge between wedding bells and funeral dirges, is set to plunge into its most tumultuous year yet. NBC has released a bombshell preview for Days of Our Lives 2026 season, promising a trinity of trauma that will rewrite destinies, defy death, and test the very fabric of Salem's reality. Forget slow burn mysteries. 2026 is a high-octane collision of funeral drama, resurrection chaos, and abduction dilemmas that will leave fans reeling. A final farewell. THE funeral that shakes Salem's foundation. The preview opens not with a whisper, but with a solemn, rain-drenched elegy. A funeral of monumental proportions is set to dominate the early part of the year. This isn't a peripheral character send-off. The teaser strongly implies we are mourning a pillar of the Horton or Brady lineage. The emotional fallout is depicted as a seismic event, fracturing families and forging unlikely alliances in grief. Rumors circulating the set suggest the service itself will be a masterpiece of dramatic irony, featuring eulogies filled with hidden barbs and startling public accusations that will leave the mourners and the audience gasping. But the true shock won't be in the death, producers hint, but in the conspiracy surrounding it. Was it natural causes or a meticulously planned murder hiding in plain sight? The grieving widow or widower may, in fact, be holding the weapon. This funeral won't just be about saying goodbye. It will be the opening scene of Salem's next great whodunit, with every rose placed on the casket carrying the weight of suspicion. Be careful what you wish for. THE Pandora's BOXOF resurrection. Just as Salem buries its dead, the preview hints at an even more profound disruption of the natural order. The specter of resurrection is set to return, but not in the way fans might expect. This isn't a simple return from the island or a prison escape. Leaked imagery suggests a foray into Gothic, almost Frankensteinian science, combined with the lingering mystical energies of the devil's departure. Whispers point to a fan-favorite character, lost tragically years ago, being the target of a desperate, forbidden experiment by a loved one driven mad by grief. Could this be linked to the funeral's fallout? However, the 2026 preview promises this won't be a clean victory. The teaser tagline, "Not all of them came back themselves," suggests a horrific twist. The resurrected soul may return fractured, possessed by a malevolent force, or with no memory at all, becoming a dangerous stranger in a familiar face. This storyline promises to explore terrifying questions. Is the soul reclaimable? What is the cost of cheating death? And will Salem be forced to kill the same person twice? THE abduction dilemma, a moral quagmire. Amidst the high-stakes mourning and supernatural chaos, the preview grounds itself in a brutally human terror, a heart-stopping abduction. A beloved child or young adult will vanish without a trace. But here, Days employs its signature twist. The audience will know the identity of the abductor from the start. The drama will derive not from a mystery, but from an agonizing moral and legal dilemma. The preview suggests the kidnapper is someone acting out of a warped, sympathetic motive, perhaps a parent who lost their own child, or someone seeking a twisted justice for a past wrong. This creates an impossible crisis for our heroes. Do they pursue the full, unforgiving force of the law, which could endanger the victim, or do they negotiate with a broken individual, risking justice altogether? This plotline is poised to tear apart core couples, as characters like John and Marlena, or Steve and Kayla, find themselves on opposite sides of a devastating ethical divide. It's a ticking clock thriller fused with a profound psychological drama. THE Convergence, where storylines collide. The genius of the 2026 blueprint lies in how these three colossal plots are subtly hinted to intertwine. Could the funeral be for someone connected to the resurrection experiment? Could the abduction be a direct, tragic consequence of a resurrected character's unstable actions? Or is the kidnapper motivated by the secrets buried alongside the funeral's distinguished corpse? The preview offers one chilling, cryptic scene. At the funeral, a lone figure watches from the shadows, their face obscured, holding a locket that contains pictures of both the deceased and the soon-to-be abducted victim. This single image confirms that Salem's tragedies are never isolated incidents, but threads in a darker, more connected tapestry. More than just a collection of shocking plots, the 2026 preview signals a tonal shift for the venerable soap. It embraces a bold, serialized narrative style, where actions have lasting consequences and story arcs cascade into one another. It promises a return to the show's roots in family-centric drama, even as it pushes the boundaries of science fiction and psychological horror.